All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PrehiStoryah. A little bit of a different look compared to what you guys are used to. I moved to the living room. The lighting pretty much sucks. That's why I got the camera in black and white. But in the process of me moving my stuff over, um, Ali Awada has dropped another Muldoon log. So this is number 9. Going to be checking it out. If you ladies and gentlemen have been enjoying my deep dive into the Muldoon stuff. Don't forget to do the fun YouTube stuff of liking, comment, subscribing. And we kind of left off with the one called The Big One is Angry. Um, I liked, they threw a snippet, he did, of one of them watching Muldoon, one of these other raptors, which really appreciated. This one's got a T-Rex on the cover, so kind of interested to see what they're going to do with this one. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and hop into it, but I gotta get the legalese out, if you will. YouTube, this is YouTube AI. This is a reaction video that falls within fair use. I will be pausing it, making comments, doing a review at the end, so I am adding transformative content to it, which makes it fall within fair use. So let's see what number 9 has to offer. Ow. Wait. Let me make sure, because I am doing this on the Xbox, so I want to make sure the audio is coming through for you guys. Yeah, okay, good. All right, here we go. What you got for us?
I want your take, Jerry, before I
Mm,
start making unpleasant.
okay. During the intro, I was trying to remember how it ended. I couldn't remember if it was 8 or it was 7 that ended with the eggs in the storm drain, but I believe 7 ended with the raptor in his cabin. So I remember now.
Assumptions.
All right. First thing, shape and thickness matter more than size alone. In Costa Rica, you've got large ground nesting birds that could surprise you. Great curassow, the crested guan, even Jabiru storks near waterways.
The shell's pale, slightly porous, not heavily calcified. Doesn't scream stork to me. I've spent enough time around birds to know when an egg doesn't fit its landscape.
Mm,
In Kenya, we used to track nests by shell fragments alone. Ostrich, vulture. You learn the difference fast. Thickness, curvature, how the shell breaks. Stork eggs fracture chunky, uneven, like broken crockery. This is cleaner, lighter.
Then let's widen the net to reptiles.
okay.
Iguana and basilisk eggs are leathery, usually collapse rather than fracture, so probably not that. Crocodilians lay much thicker shells.
Yeah.
Snakes lay clusters, soft-shelled. If it's shattered cleanly, that rules out most native reptiles.
That's exactly the issue. It doesn't fit
Mm-hmm.
neatly anywhere, which
Yeah, it
means
does.
it doesn't belong on the list altogether.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that, but yes, we have to consider park animals. Now, that doesn't automatically make it a viable egg. Many species
Maybe.
will lay eggs under stress, hormonal imbalance, or the absence of mating.
You're saying one of our animals could have laid it without being pregnant?
Correct. Birds do it all the time. Domestic hens
Okay,
lay
hold on, guys.
infertile eggs constantly.
Because this is gonna annoy the fuck out of me. Okay, I had to plug it into my controller because I had it hooked up to the monitor, but that was driving me nuts.
Even some reptiles will ovulate and deposit eggs that were never fertilized.
And dinosaurs?
In captivity, cycles get confused. Light, diet, enclosure, stress, it all interferes with the reproductive process. There's no reason that our dinosaurs wouldn't share this behavior with modern-day birds. If a female is cycling and there's no successful mating, an infertile egg is absolutely possible.
Really?
It would explain why there's no embryonic material.
Well, the shell is dry. That still leaves the question of how it got into the drain.
Drain systems are collection points. Water carries debris, Muldoon.
You get what's causing me to be concerned, don't you, Jerry?
Muldoon, even if this is the work of one of our animals, it doesn't prove reproduction. Remember, Muldoon, they're all female. I've seen the Maiasaura produce membranous sacs from their cloaca.
That
implies
that goes over
egg-laying
well,
behavior
doesn't
in
it?
the absence of males. Should their diets be higher in calcium, these membranous sacs would be converted to infertile calcified eggshells. Yet there are no babies inside them.
All right, then I'll log it.
Wasn't that didn't they mention like bullfrogs? Bullfrogs, what was that? I'm trying to remember what Grant said. When he found the little nest of raptor eggs. Damn, I can't think of what he was saying, but I think he said something along the lines of something about the bullfrog being able to change its DNA from male to female so it could reproduce. And the fact that Dr. Wu had decided to mix a bunch of different DNAs to create this singular creature so he can get his dinosaur stuff up for Hammond. He obviously did some loophole type shit, so I don't understand how they didn't think that could happen. I get it.
As incidental.
I think that's the most informed call to make here, Muldoon.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Understood. Ending the concern.
Babies inside them.
All right, then I'll log it as incidental.
Oh,
I
compies.
think that's the most informed call to make here, Muldoon.
Understood. Ending the concern here.
Something's
Give
telling
her
me no.
some time. The container's been sitting here for 20 minutes now. Doors unlocked and wide open. Hydraulics disengaged. Everything as it should be. Sometimes they step out immediately, sometimes they don't. Animals that come from Site B tend to take their time, since the ground smells
why?
unfamiliar to them. This one's no different. Drizzle's settled in, of
Why would
course
they
it
bring
has
it
to
from Site
rain on
B?
the day of the transfer. Good weather for keeping things calm, bad weather for moving anything that weighs several tons. This
That makes
animal
sense.
came over from Sauna, a subadult, old enough to be wary, young enough to still adapt if we don't rush it. The paddock's been cleared to give her space. The other three are held back for now. Acclimatization with herd animals isn't about introductions. It's about absence. Letting the land speak first. Letting her learn where the ground dips, where the fences hum, where the wind carries sound. Weather complicates everything. Wet air carries scent farther. Mud holds tracks longer. Every step she takes out there will leave a record for the others to read later.
Well, and hearing your
That
voice.
can help, or it can set the tone wrong if she panics.
Because Sorna, they're free
This
roaming.
is always the longest part. Waiting, watching a metal box in the rain, listening to the animal breathe. You start thinking about what happens if she bolts, or refuses to move, or decides the container is safer than the paddock.
Is he inside with it?
Subadults are the hardest. Too
Interesting.
big to manhandle, too young to have settled instincts.
Trying to keep an eye out for the raptors that like to watch Muldoon.
There. She's approaching, sniffing now.
Time to back up,
She's
dude.
testing the threshold, smelling the rain, feeling the vibration of the fence. She doesn't know the others aren't here yet. All she knows is that the world outside the box is larger than the one she's been in.
Wait, is this supposed to be Rexy?
Finally, she's trusted. Here she
Oh.
comes. Beautiful animal.
I just assumed it was the T-Rex because the T-Rex is on the cover.
Picking up speed. Stegosaur, subadult, not fully grown, but already carrying the weight and armor she'll rely on for the rest of her life. Stegosaurs don't forget first impressions. They're slow, but they're not stupid. A bad start echoes for months, though.
Maybe stay behind where
that
those
Staggermite.
bikes ain't gonna get you.
No rush, no panic. Just careful, deliberate movement through the corridor. If she keeps this pace and attitude, acclimatization will hopefully go smoothly. There's a quiet dignity to her that never gets old. No roar, no display, no need to announce herself. She carries all that weight and armor like it's simply part of the weather. Like she's always belonged wherever she happens to be standing.
Shit. You know, I just realized. You guys are zoomed in like a... Wait. You're not too bad. Oh no, you guys were zoomed in. Oh shit. Well. My bad. I don't know why it does that. Every time I reboot up Streamlabs, I gotta fix the damn thing. So stupid. But I had to pause it to talk about it anyway, so. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a Stego. I was expecting T-Rex, because that was the was on the cover. But, you know, still get some stuff for the T-Rex here soon. We'll see.
People underestimate animals like this because they're slow, because they don't bare teeth or chase you down.
And there's the ad.
There's nothing like traveling in style with the largest global airport lounge
Skip in a
network.
minute. Fuck that noise. Why the hell would I do that? Let the stupid ads play. Just in case there's a visual thing, guys. We're gonna bounce to starting. Be right back. Because I don't want to get hit for a visual copyright either. Okay.
Every new
There we
plant,
go.
every new log, every new tree, every new smell, she's mapping her vicinity. Animals do that instinctively long before they ever relax. They build a mental boundary first.
Well,
Learn
yeah.
where safety might be found, where escape routes exist, where the ground feels firm underfoot, and where it doesn't. Comfort comes later. Familiarity always comes first. You can rush a crate opening, rush an introduction, rush a feeding schedule.
Yeah, but this is gonna take its time.
You can't rush that internal map.
Yep.
If an animal doesn't understand its space, it never truly settles in. That's when you get stress behaviors, bad decisions, injuries that look like accidents but aren't. Out here, the rain, the smell of wet grass, the muted light, all of it helps. Softens the edges, makes the world feel less exposed while she takes her bearings. I saw the same thing years ago in Africa after we relocated a leopard that had started ranging too close to livestock.
A leopard,
First
huh?
night out of his crate, he didn't go far. Just paced about, touched trees, rubbed his face against bark, listened more than he moved. People expected him to vanish into the bush immediately, but he stayed within a few hundred
Nah.
meters until he understood the land. Once he did, he was gone by morning and we never had another report. That wasn't fear, that was intelligence. So we need to give her time. Let her decide when this place becomes hers. No other stegosaurs in the paddock yet. They're in their holding pen, so no pressure, no competition, just space, rain, and quiet. When she finally stops scanning and starts grazing without lifting her head every few minutes, that's when I'll know she's settled and we can begin the first steps of incorporating her into the herd. Until then, the best thing we can do is wait. She was transferred here from Sauna to replace the steg that died earlier this month.
Oh.
Hammond is adamant that he wants a minimum of 4 stegosaurs in the park.
Okay, that works until they don't, like, get along and start, like, fighting each other or killing each other for dominance. And I don't know, I'm assuming the ones that are in the paddock now have been there for a while. So you got 3 that have been in there for a while that are used to paddock life, and now you got a 4th one that is used to running around because Sorno was no fences. I don't see how that's going to go over very well.
Night changes the rules. Everything's quieter, slower, more honest. Stegosaurs are less reactive in the dark, less posturing, less defensive movement. So this is the safest window to introduce her. They rely on proximity and vibration more than sight now, which keeps things deliberate instead
Is
of
she the little one?
explosive. See how the matriarch there on the right positions herself? She doesn't approach directly. She angles her body, presents her flank, lets the subadult read her
threat.
size without forcing a challenge.
That seems kind of challenging to me. They turn to the side like that, they got better swinging with their tails.
That tail swing isn't a threat. It's a boundary. She's saying, this is my space, but
Yeah,
you're
she's
allowed
setting
near
dominance.
it. The others follow her lead automatically. Herd animals don't vote. They watch the one who decides.
Mm.
The subadult doing the right thing, head low, plates angled back slightly, matching pace instead of advancing. No vocalization, no sudden turns. That's submission without weakness. She's acknowledging hierarchy while signaling she's not a liability. If she were to rush or freeze, this would go very differently. Confidence tempered by caution. That's what gets you accepted.
Okay.
Now the matriarch closes the distance, one slow step, then another. A brief touch along the flank. That's the moment. Physical contact without retaliation. From here on, the herd recognizes her scent as part of the group. Tomorrow, she'll graze
Nice.
at the edges. Tonight, she stands near the center. Integration isn't instant, but acceptance is. And once a stegosaur is accepted into a herd, it's for life, unless something goes very wrong. That's the stability we build everything else on.
As this has been going on, I've been looking for the raptors that are typically watching him. I haven't seen one. So, let me know down in the comments below if I missed it.
She has no hesitation tonight.
Oh, here we go.
That tells me the separation's doing its job. Juveniles here, adult stays in the holding paddock. They just don't get along, and she's growing fast, so they're becoming too close in size now, too much competition. You keep them together and one ends up testing the other, and with animals like this, a test turns lethal fast.
That's consistent with what we see in predators. Once the juvenile starts closing the size gap, tolerance disappears. It's not aggression so much as inevitability. Two apex predators don't share space unless one is clearly subordinate. And she's definitely past that phase. She's growing quickly.
The lysine supplement's gone in an instant. Still feels harsh, starving an animal just enough to make it take a tablet. I don't like conditioning predators to associate hunger with us intervening.
Yeah,
I don't either.
That's not good.
But the alternative is worse.
Trust the scientists to come up with some twisted method of growth control, like inhibiting the animals from synthesizing an amino acid.
Just to be clear, Robert, the dinosaurs are incapable of producing lysine. Any carnivore on a protein-rich diet should synthesize enough on his own. What InGen did was alter the metabolic pathway. The enzymes still work, but only with our lysine.
So it's not a deficiency, it's a dependency.
Exactly. The animals can make lysine from their feed, but not the kind they need in sufficient quantity. Their enzymes are optimized, patented really. for the synthetic variant administered in those tablets.
Okay.
Without it, metabolism slows, growth falters, neurological function
A
degrades.
leash you don't have to hold.
That's one way to put it.
That's sick.
From a veterinary standpoint, it's elegant. From an
Elegant.
ethical one, less so. But it ensures containment without visible force. Even if an animal got off
Uh-oh.
the island, it wouldn't stay viable for long.
Watching her eat, you'd never know any of that. Looks healthy, alert, dangerous.
That's Rexy. You can tell by the color.
Hard to reconcile that with the idea that she's only functioning because we allow it.
Most systems work that way, Robert. The illusion of independence supported by something hidden underneath. Remember, you work at a glorified zoo after all.
Not
Still
wrong.
doesn't sit right, especially knowing the adults out there smelling her through the fence. Two animals, same species, same instincts, one thriving, one frustrated, and both reliant on a chemical we designed. That's not nature, Jerry.
Nope.
That's management.
And management is the only reason any of this can exist, Robert.
For now.
Yeah.
Muldoon, are you there?
Yes, Ray.
I need you to head to the raptor enclosure immediately.
What's going on?
It's the big one. She's convulsing.
Uh-oh. Okay. So she didn't get her supplement. She didn't get enough lysine. Or due to their intelligence, she's faking it and trying to escape because she's trying to figure out what this other velociraptor pack's doing on her island. Thoughts? Not the POW kind of ending he usually has. And not the best episode so far. But still pretty decent. I like what he's doing with this. He's building like lore and stuff like that. Not every episode needs to be pow pow pow, you know. Not every episode needs to be action-packed, thrilling, or anything like that. He gave us some information about T-Rex, Stegosaurus. He's keeping other dinosaurs relevant, not just the the T-Rex and the Velociraptors, which is cool. I appreciate that he's doing that. Again, though, not the best episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. What did you think about this one? Did you catch it during the premiere? I tried to catch it during the premiere, but again, I was moving this stuff out, and then I had some stuff to do, which prevented me from watching it until now. So, let me know what you guys thought, and I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to do the fun YouTube stuff of liking, commenting, subscribing, and yeah, see you later.